What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Another story time. At the end of this story, or somewhere in the midst, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you hate it, hit the hate button. But whatever you do, click subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be advised the next time I drop a video. So today's story time is all about danger. Danger on the basketball court. You know, generally speaking, I mean, I played a lot of basketball, all over the place, primarily Mount Vernon, New York, but went to the Bronx once I kind of felt like my game was getting decent. Yeah, I would, the Bronx down to the Valley, Harlem. I used to play at 96 and First. I used to play at Riverside and 77th. I used to go out to Teaneck, New Jersey, and play at Votee Park, Central Avenue, Yonkers. When I went to ATL Shouty, I was at Run and Shoot back when that was a thing. So, I mean, I've played a bunch of places, and 99.99% of the time, there were no issues. I mean, guys that talk a little smack every so often, but I never really had anything serious except on a couple of occasions, okay? And I'm going to talk about one of those now. I might talk about the other occasion too, but this one's juicy. So the year is 1990, okay? And at that time, I was putting together teams to go to different places. We were actually playing out in Yonkers at 10 School Street, which is another story. Mary J. Blige in the house and Jadakiss and DMX. That's a whole other situation. Okay, we'll talk about that another time. No, I didn't put this team together, but this was portions of a team that I had put together. One of the dudes put me on to his team. And this tournament we were playing was in Queens in 1990 at this project that's at the intersection, kind of set back, of Guy Brewer Boulevard and Foch Boulevard, or Foch Avenue, whatever it is. Now, anybody that knows Queens knows this project. I'm not even going to say the name of the project. All right, that's how notorious it is. I don't even want people thinking I'm dry snitching. All right, no. I don't want smoke, man. No. All you need to know is I believe that's South Ozone or South Jamaica, whichever it is. Guy Brewer. One second, let's roll this window up because we got sirens going off in here and everything. Yeah. And Foch Boulevard. And the deal is that we were going out there, tournament. This was a hot basketball park, in spite of the fact that there was a lot going on out there. And the people that sort of put this tournament together were at least loosely affiliated with some individuals in this neighborhood that shall remain nameless. But everybody who knows the place that I'm talking about would know who these guys are, right? Some of these dudes are still locked up, okay? Even now, like 30 years later. Anyway, so we'd been going out there to this park and we had been whooping people. Like, we had a nice crew. I wasn't even starting. I was coming off the bench. Not to toot my own horn, but if I'm coming off your bench, I'm probably better than anybody on their bench. I mean, that's just what it was. But anyway, but so we're in the finals or the semifinals. I can't remember which. But anyway, but we're playing a team that is, from what I remember, kind of like that project team, or like that neighborhood team. I don't know if they had multiple teams. I can't recall that now, but this was a highly anticipated game. And we're beating these guys pretty good. Like, it's supposed to be tight, but the game's never really in doubt. And But it was a crazy situation because at a certain point earlier in the game, it was kind of tight then. And there was an individual who I won't name. I actually just found out recently that this guy died probably some point in the last couple years. Okay. I will say that he was a guard, and he went to a very prominent Big East college. You know what? I'll say his name. David Edwards. Yeah, David Edwards was on this team, okay? And he was playing, and I was guarding David Edwards. And even though we were not a natural matchup because I'm 6'3" and he was probably 5'9", 5'10", but I often was called upon, once again, not bragging, humbly saying, I was often called upon to guard short, quick guys because I was quick, long arms, rangy, and I could guard. Okay. And I'm on this guy, and he goes to the hole, and he gathers himself. And as he gathers himself, I sort of like try to rip the ball from him on his way up. He doesn't let go of the ball. And the way the angle was, it's like his action of not letting go of the ball and me not letting go of the ball made him take a bad fall. Okay, like you don't want to fall like that on asphalt. And I felt bad about it. So I go over, to do the sportsman-like thing, try to, shake hands. Hey, my bad. I'm sorry, whatever. He's not really trying to hear it, but I don't really think anything of it. I'm just thinking, well, it's the heat of the game. Well, later on in the game, this other individual. Now, this guy, I'm definitely not going to say this guy's name. This guy actually, come to find out, is still around. He's changed his life around, and he's actually doing some pretty big things from what I can see, from a, distance. And, but at the time, this dude was in the game on a pretty big level from what I understand. And he starts talking a lot of stuff. Like he starts talking about like murder game. Oh yeah. I think his exact words, and if he's if he ever sees this video, he'll probably know it's him, because I remember what he said. Something like, F the game, we can turn this into a bloodbath. And, we knew what type of cat this guy was. So, and we knew where we were. So it didn't sound all that far-fetched. So, it's a funny thing. When you're in a situation like that, it's like there's a fine line you have to draw between not letting a dude just punk you. And by the way, this guy was not some physically imposing dude. It's not like he was going to fight us. It's not like that. No, it was not going to be fists at all. Okay. But at the same time, you don't want to antagonize a dude either. Right? So you're trying to just keep the situation calm. Now, we had a couple of things in our favor. One of the guys on our team, the guy that kind of ran our team, was very well known out there. because his girlfriend was from there. So he had juice out there. She did also. And the way that we carried ourselves and the fact that we were a good team, it was like, we had the respect of, these dudes are balling, because we didn't lose any games. We won every game. I think it was maybe like a 8-game season, and we actually wound up winning the entire thing. But so there was that, and yeah, it was just like, I don't know. It was just one of those things where my guy's juice, and the fact that it seemed like the other cats in the neighborhood, the other guys that were from there, that had that type of juice, that could have maybe okayed that type of a situation. Not that maybe this dude needed an okay, because he was one of those guys also, I think. But I think it was just kind of a thing where the whole point of the tournament was to sort of have a peaceful gathering in the hood, and to have multiple murders right out there on the basketball court would have been horrible for, business. You know what I mean? Like, their block is hot anyway, right? So I'm just assuming that they just weighed that, like, this dude weighed all of that, or maybe the guys in his ear weighed all of that, for him, and were like, hey, bruh, just leave it alone. But yeah, here's the deal though. In a game a year earlier, a ref got punched and died on a basketball court out there. Not at that court, I think, but at a different court out there. Dude got punched. It was a heated game. Dude made a call. Some coach, I think, of a team runs up off the bench on the court, punches the dude, knocks him out. The guy hits the ground on his head, dies. Right? So there was precedent for that type of activity, okay? And yeah, this was a place where, like I'm saying, I'm not going to say any names, but again, if you know that place, you know what's there, you know who was there, okay? And we were there, right? So yeah, but anyway, David Edwards, I actually played against him again at O'Connell Park later on that summer. Actually, that might have been the final. I think I moved some sort of way. We wound up in another tournament too, or maybe a challenge game or two. Somehow we wound up facing him again at O'Connell Park. Him and there was a guy, this lanky left-handed dude named Kevin Young, I think it was, who killed us basically. Like, this guy, I think we played against him twice, and I think he got like 35 on us. He was just eating us alive. I was guarding him some. Dude was just tall and lanky and left-handed and clever, with some hops, long arms, probably like 6'5" or something like that. Dude was a problem on the box, a problem. But anyway, yeah. So that's just one of those possibly narrow escapes from danger in the park out in Queens back in the day. Sorry that this video ran just a bit longer than I wanted it to, but hey, it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'm gonna come back with that Yonkers video with Jadakiss and DMX and a bunch of other people in the building before they were famous. All right, y'all, later.